They're trying to win 3 games in a row for the first time under the coaching of Shane Flanagan. ANZAC Day Rugby League. It is special, and it's great to be here to bring it to you right around Australia on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Spencer Leniu winding up. It'll be a brave referee to get in between those two. And Mwanga Nitawase has leapfrogged Dom Young in the pecking order. They've left out the English flyer, prolific try scorer, but can't maintain his place in this Roosters starting team. Siwa Wong. Sandon Smith into the line. Savala, Tedesco, great hands again. Tupou down the left-hand wing, steps inside, and Sandon Smith with the first try on ANZAC Day, and the Roosters have come racing out of the blocks.
Well, Brad Fittler spoke about a little bit slippery. You can see the mud on the back of the jerseys, but watch the hands here. Sandon Smith, watch how far he digs into the line. Harvey Norman replay, and then it's just beautiful hands. Billy Smith to Tupou. He gets around, and Sandon Smith, he started it, and he'll finish it. Great ball playing from the 5'8", look at that, right into the line, ball out in front. Hugo Savala does his job, catch pass, ball out in front. Some start from the Chooks.
Yeah, well, it's obviously their intention to move the ball. First set of 6 of the game, they went down the...
A bullet from Sandon Smith, the Roosters 6-0. Watson for Sandon Smith. And now James Tedesco, who was one of 8 individual try scorers for the Roosters on ANZAC Day last year. He's done many things in his career, most things in fact. He hasn't won a Man of the Match award. And the Aston Collier medal yet. Is today the day? Smith with a dummy and run. Wrapped up by Jack de Belin, 3 metres short of the line. Clemmer with a good shot. The Dragons trying dearly to repel the Roosters' charge here. Galatahi Holmes up and in defence. It's bounced away to the young gun. Sione Finau. He's charging. He's running out of legs, but he gets there. In just his 4th NRL game, he has bounded away to score from one end to the other.
Well, they were short in numbers, but Valentine Holmes this time rushing out of the line. Harvey Norman replay, look at the space. Val Holmes sees it, rushes outside in and goes whack. And Finau, he sprints. Jeez, he shows some speed. Look at him pulling away. What a game we've got here.
Well, the last 2 times the Roosters have spread the ball, the Dragons have reverted to a really strong up and in defence. First time they nearly got the intercept, and this time they've picked up the dregs of a drop ball and run the other way. In the opening couple of passages, they were very submissive on the outside.
It sparked a chorus of boos from the Roosters faithful. Holmes from next to the sticks.
A lot of touches with the ball.
Gutherson, this one's more contestable, but it's taken well by the flyer. Jeez, he's a real weapon on that wing. Mwanga Nitawase. Siwa Wong half through a gap. His legs taken by de Belin. They look likely, don't they, the Roosters? Very dangerous. And they've had the benefit of all the possession down this end of the ground. Crichton put down on the 10. Playing his 6th ANZAC game this afternoon. Radley for Smith. Sandon to Billy Smith. Billy from one side to the other. It was a pressure pass, but the outside Dragons defence have all come off the wing, and it's left a passage for Marky Mark.
Oh, he's explosive, isn't he? He didn't have much room to work in here, but he's explosive.
I think this is his best spot. I reckon wing's his best position. Look at the size of it.
What a human being.
Ready?
5. The Roosters have been parked down the Dragons end of the ground, and Smith, if you don't mind, a left to right kick from the sideline. First receiver Flanagan. Oh, that dropped the first tackle.
What about the tackle here? Hugo Savala.
Look out! Nwanga Nitawase sprinting down the touchline. Gutherson digging in for the chase. 3 Dragons come to put him down on the 20. You don't do that to Val Holmes.
Look at this.
Look at Gutho.
Yeah. I don't know about his long-range speed, but his short-term...
The Dragons sprinting back. The Roosters looking to shift. They came up and cut off Sandon Smith. That went through the hands, and there was a penalty because they were offside.
Was it the tackle? I think it was Hugo Savala.
He's tackled on his own 20-metre line. Now Billy Smith. Spoke a lot about him pre-game, but at the age of 25 and in his 6th NRL season, he finally gets a shot on ANZAC Day. If you call him the unluckiest man in rugby league, he'd have to be one of the bravest to keep coming back from
You remember
so many injury setbacks.
Brett Papworth, another rugby union convert. He could have been anything.
Oh, hand on that. And it's bounced back towards the Roosters, and Smith stands up, Gutherson, and points to the sky as he dashes away to score.
Here's an E growing as a playmaker, Sandon Smith. Said before, he's got the 6 on his back, but he's the main playmaker. What happens here? Look for an inside pass, Harvey Norman replay. Who goes for the intercept? What?
Jacob Little.
It hits him on the chest. I don't think he even goes for an intercept. And everyone stops. And Sandon Smith, he just accelerates away and then didn't even dummy. He is having some game, Sandon Smith.
Well, there's a little bit of fortune in that, but I like the idea that they're trying to turn the ball back inside. Little made a grab at the ball. Sandon Smith didn't have to fake much there. Gutherson was already headed off to the support player. And that's a big moment. Big moment. Jacob Little couldn't come up with the grab. They just opened up down the middle third of the field.
Well, if Jacob Little
Has a couple of tries to his credit, and he's about to kick a 3rd goal of the day. Blake Steed, Sandon Smith, James Tedesco. The ball goes behind Tupou and tumbles over the touchline. Well, the Dragons can take a breath and try to regroup at half-time. But the Roosters, after a
good tackle early, that's it. Don't
decisive defeat at the hands of Penrith here last Saturday night, have come out outside the right-hand post. Ilias, Flanagan, Leilua, 1-on-1 try saver by Watson.
That's as good as it gets, that tackle.
2 metres short of the line. They try to muscle over, but can't. Stoic defence from the Roosters so far. Flanagan loops a pass in the end. Now Ilias can't break free. It's the last tackle. Gutherson in a dummy half. Picked up well on the bump by Flanagan. Tries to kick it through the line. He should get 6 more tackles. It wasn't played out according to the referee. I'm sure they stuck a foot out.
It was an accidental offside.
Okay, that's the call.
Hang on, stop.
Hang on, what are they? They're going to challenge this.
They blew their challenge.
Yep.
The Dragons can't.
Nice shot.
What's happened here?
On who, mate? On who?
There's a high tackle somewhere in the mix.
Well, if the referee misses it and the touch judge misses it,
Well, the bunkers picked
Damien,
it up.
I don't need you at the moment. No. Walk back
it's on
to me.
Lachlan Ilias,
Stand over here.
apparently. When the ball
Okay,
went to
earlier in
ground.
this set, it's Sanders' contact on Lachlan Ilias. Okay, it's direct contact, moderate force, on report in the bin.
Oh, the man who's been the standout performer so far is off to the sin bin for this.
Go the mark, mate.
Well, there's your big moment.
Let me get out of the way.
Zavala with a kick. Watson pursuing. Teddy's coming sprinting through. He made it a contest. Gutherson was there. The Roosters have picked it up and scored, but I think the bunker will have a look. Is there a double knock on?
Joey.
We will be acknowledging and awarding a penalty for the contact on the kicker. We have a decision.
There's no knockbacks anymore, are there?
On the goal line, Dragons.
It sort of doesn't matter because there's a penalty on the kicker anyway. So
Well, the matter is they scored. The ball looked like it went back. There was a fair contest for the ball. One-on-one, Tedesco strips it away.
Is that a penalty?
That's a penalty.
Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous. But this is just two fullbacks going for the ball, and the ball will go behind Tedesco. When does the ball ever get in front of Tedesco? The ball's never in front of Tedesco. So how's it a knock forward? Bradley Fittler?
Well, it looked ridiculous what Lachlan Ilias got penalised for, but I don't know why any player goes through and touches any kicker. It has just been wiped out of the game, and you get penalised every time you lay a finger on them. That should be the rule. If you lay a finger on them, it's a penalty.
So they play in an orange bib from now on?
Well, we could do that, or different coloured shorts.
Be nice to play 7 these days. You don't get hit.
he'd still be going.
Jonathan Thurston agrees with you on the sideline.
Successful tackling for the Roosters through number 7, Illawarra. Backman brought to you by Telstra. Roosters 22, Dragons 6.
Stay on.
Sandon Smith 6 minutes away. The only points of the half to the Roosters.
Well, they've got to keep holding on to the ball. They're down to 12 men. Just a little bit of time there by taking the kick and goal. Need to hold possession.
Crichton with another damaging run. Really well. So fast out of dummy half. Here's a chance. It's another great opportunity into the backfield. A dummy around Blake Steed. Steed sprints away to score on his ANZAC day debut. What a try to the young fella.
Well, he was watching Sandon Smith earlier. He watched what Sandon Smith did in the first half to Clint Gutherson. He got into the backfield, support runner on his outside, and he thought to himself, will Clint Gutherson go with me or him? I know what happened in the first half. Harvey Norman replay. Out of dummy half, Zach Dr. Clay. Beautiful support play. He's thinking. Dummy. Oh, yes. He took it again. Can you believe it? He took it again. For me. Why would he take a dummy off me? I'm a forward.
Brett Kenny-like. Freddie.
Now, I know Blake Steed well. He's a good mate of my son's. A couple of months ago, he actually saved his dad's life. Swam a couple of kilometres across the ocean and went and got help and saved his dad. There hasn't had much chance this year or since playing to show what he's about. But he is what ANZAC Day is all about. He is a bloke that just shows courage and spirit and puts a team first in every single situation possible. I don't know where that speed came from or the dummy. I don't know him that well, obviously, but I've never seen...
To get him to the rocks and then swim back to shore for help and literally saved his life.
How long has Sandon Smith got to go in the bin? Can we get that graphic up?
2 minutes 20. Flanagan, Leilua, Gutherson. Here's a chance around the corner. Val Holmes. Holmes trying to position his support. Gets it back. Kyle Flanagan is there. An immediate hit back from the Dragons.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Still a long way to go in this game, and this is the first time that the Dragons have actually got the ball through the hands out to that left-hand side. That was what we're calling for all first half. Harvey Norman replay. Valentine Holmes, the experience, gets in the clear, nails the support play with Flanagan, and the Dragons hit back straight away before the Roosters get back to 13 men. That's the side of the field we've been calling for. And finally, Gutherson finds the pass to release Valentine Holmes.
Yes, Brad.
Look at the balance here. He's got such great balance.
Oh, gee, you're talking this up, Freddie.
Mate, he won't miss this. There you go.
Watson, strong ball runner. Held the defence off, but didn't throw the pass. Dr. Clay, short side work with Savala, and now Tedesco trying to step inside of Damien Cook. They get to tackle 5. Savala playing on. Sanders Smith back on the field. They rushed in, and it opens up. He throws it on the boot. Savala trying to get through it to Tryde, and Teddy's got another ANZAC Day 4-pointer.
Was there another dummy in there? I'm sure there was. What a game, Sanders Smith.
And Tedesco, he's always there. Straight back from the sin bin and straight into the action, and another one, 34-12.
Plays as wholehearted as he does. Like, the effort he puts into every single week's quite incredible. How he looks after his body and gets out there and does what he does. He doesn't only score tries, he saves them, and he does all the work coming out of trouble. He's a brilliant player and a fantastic leader.
These young players, Foketi, Steep.
Nawaqanitawasi leaping. He gets the ball back with the old 1-2 play, but he's lost it with the line almost in reach.
I'm looking forward to that game tonight, the Storm. Rabbits.
Flanagan, DeBellin across to David Clemmer.
Yep, Latrell back to fullback. The young fella's playing 5'8", isn't he?
Yeah, Joy Grace. Couchman, another one-on-one save. Preparing to the minute for what will be a cracker. What a series last year. Little over the top, ball bouncing up. Moses Suli trying to find a passage to the line, but denied again by desperation.
Great scramble again.
Couchman holds him off. It's taken a Rooster hand. The referee missed it, but Sloan steps into open space and scores under the sticks.
Yeah, well, that's what you miss when he's not playing at fullback. It's nice to see them running down the sidelines, but the fear that puts into other coaches is this sort of play, where the ball's kept alive in the middle of the field, and just watch the speed and footwork here.
He's one of those players, as he gets older and matures more. And there's a player there.
He's still a baby. Honestly, he's still a baby. But the scoreboard doesn't lie, does it?
They play the Dolphins in a primetime Magic Round clash at Suncorp next Friday night, where they've had success already this year. Trent Robinson's men. The Dragons have a Saturday night clash against the West Tigers. He's over for another one, Teddy.
Well, how's he score here?
Because he never, ever gives up.
Well, there's 3 defenders on him. He gets out of dummy half. Does he beat down this corridor here? Leilua's there, is he? Harvey Norman replay. Leilua. Valentine Holmes. He gets rid of Holmes.
They just cruised around. Sorry, Joey.
Yep.
They went half pace. So they should have some stored energy for the game against the Tiger. They need all that Leichhardt spirit.
Radley, Teddy, he's got support. It goes away to Hugo Savala. What a moment for him. Oh, it's a carve up now.
Victor Radley, watch this for skill. Victor Radley will get the ball early. He'll straighten, and there's a little dummy which gets the defender second guessing. Harvey Norman replay. Watch this from Radley. Looks, dummies in, gets through the line, and then offloads through the line. Who else? Tedesco and Savala. He's had a really strong game, the halfback. First try. Watch this. Look at this camera work. Dummy, holds Flanagan, gets into space, surges through the space, and then finds a path that is pretty special there from Victor. Send him home happy. Freddie, we speak about this.
Oh, yeah.
Send him home happy.
Mate, all the eastern suburbs crowd, just on the western side here. When they came back before, they were giving the boys a big cheer. Victor was standing on the sideline looking up, seeing all his mates up in the stands. Oh, they're smiling.
I won't bring that argument.
Well, how appropriate is it that Sandon Smith nails the conversion to put the exclamation point on a Roosters rout. 46-18.